Judges.
First, SCIFTA. Obama pushing SCIFTA now to bolster the alliance, but he needs to work with Congress and political capital as key fights over the Healing 3 budget steps as political capital. As a result, the U.S. loses a regional ally and hegemony, making global wars inevitable. And reason to prefer magnitude extending boy 2009. Recent events prove North Korean conflict is inevitable. A strong alliance with South Korea is key to prevent escalation into nuclear war causing extinction. And time frame as soon as the U.S. is perceived as less involved, a power vacuum will explode into Asian instability, escalating into inescapable global war that's goes at 95. And probability Korean conflicts are occurring. That U.S. alliance key to make sure that the inevitable conflicts do not escalate. And if that turns case, SCIFTA is key to regional leadership. Without cooperation from alliance, no country will be willing to work with the U.S. in space exploration. And then on the line by line, first group Tracy, number 2, 4, and 5 of the unions debate. 1, Obama pushing that focus on passing both FTA and TAA, Reuters 67. Approval this year for the U.S. trade representative said Obama was committed to passing all 3 trade agreements of this year, as well as extending trade adjustment assistance. The administration has been moving towards taking congressional consideration. And 2, SCIFTA will pass Republicans willing to compromise the TAA prefer over the Wall Street 528. Our new evidence takes into account changing opinions of Congress, and that's Reuters 67. 10, with the manipulating moving ahead with the trade deals, Republicans would be happy to consider TAA if it was coupled with legislation to negotiate new trade agreements in the Asia-Pacific region. And next, the link debate. Group choice C3 and 5. They say non-intrinsic, but the moon mining requires both political capital and time to pass, which directly trades off with SCIFTA, leading to nuclear war. Can't dispatch both with no consequences in real life. And they say moon resurgence, but no warrants for who and why. Prefer a common 2008 evidence which warns why the public opposes public spending. And 2, moon funding contingent to the Congress. Fiscal responsibility a priority. Timber 425. Even assuming the bill could clear the full House and Senate and survive an Obama veto, the impact may be much less than his supporters. Obama dismissing the the budget allows the current Congress to shift the burden of finding money to future ones, given how contingent budgets have been in the current Congress. Any attempt to turn it into something different way, Congress would probably make it a non-starter. And 3, our evidence is not only specific to lunar explosion, but it's also from only 2 months ago. Means our evidence is both newer and more accurate depiction of current congressional opinions. And 4, budget considers being partisanship no matter the one CSM by 16. The current debates on Washington for the future are nice for budget cuts have looked NASA, but of course without a clear definition of what we should be doing. The times in which we don't have a clear definition are the most difficult times. It's an unclear time right now. NASA has been preparing for the end of the shuttle program. And 5, the public hates the plan, not willing to pay for new initiatives. PAL of 2008. Key arguments of the increased NASA funding are not resonating with the American public. Voters are reluctant to pay more for finance and new initiatives to the moon. And 6, public actually key political capitals and will of the public to support presidential actions. Checks back to any possibility of future support. And 7, finally, mining the moon for Healing 3 causes Obama to flip-flop. Reversal of constellation program stance causes backlash. That takes his support. And group say 11 and 12, the impact debate. 1, free trade deal is uniquely key to overall relations and stability in Asia. Late 2009, the North Korean nuclear threat continues to dominate the security agenda, continuing to delay the passage of the Korea-U.S. free trade agreement for the myopic political interests will only elevate unnecessary tension. One of the leading barometers of the American continuing influence over the next 2 to 3 decades surely resides on how it chooses to manage America's Asian alliances. And 2, their Cooper 2009 is only 2 sentences with no warrants extended. Our dual 2009 alliance is key to prevent Asian war escalation. Asian instability is faster scenario for a new war with China. And 3, decide turns case before case turns inside nuclear war will consume all resources and will leave no room for space exploration. And next, the theory. Politics decides good. Politics decides are essential to test the implementation and process of the affirmative. That's key to education and effective decision making. And the real-world policymakers must be able to recognize how separate legislation affect one another in terms of political capital and time restraints. And prefer the dissent to additional extinction scenarios. 1, U.S.-South Korean relations key to 6-party talks to North Korean denuclearization. Arizona 2008. USA seeks through the 6-party talk framework to complete the verified denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Articles out coordination with the ROK in the process of instrumental on the markets made today. It takes up to normalize the relationship, provide economic and injury. North Korea to achieve peace arrangement in Korea. U.S. and South Korea will need to work closely together. And 268. And Korean War collapses the global economy versus nuclear war. That turns their Henderson 2006, making global warming inevitable. Hayes and Hamler Green 2009. There's a possibility of nuclear attack, whether by intention, miscalculation, or really accidental leader to the resumption of the Korean war hostility. It's even eliminated nuclear ships would result in a Holocaust and prejudice in a proportion. It's eliminated nuclear in the region with rearrange our global combat far more quickly than global warming. The nuclear darkness will cause a temperature or drop in the at any time in the last 1,000 years. And 2, an FTA will spark a free trade and inject life into the global trade liberalization. Hill 2007. The course FTA will give an impetus to global trade liberalization by demonstrating that 2 large economies can conclude high quality government, but not terror trade and investment. The course FTA helps bring up further trade liberalization. Okay.